Xavier Wills, RX Muscle Australia. I'm here with FitX 2014 promoter and promoter of the 2014 Australian Pro Show, Tony Doherty. Tony, mate, this is a massive success once again. The amount of people coming through the door. We opened up Friday early this time, so we went all Friday, all Saturday, all Sunday, and mate, it's a massive success once again. Yeah,
very happy with it. A little overwhelming at the moment, just seeing how many people have come from all over the world, really. You know, we've got maybe 60 plus international athletes here that have come out to support the show. Fans from every state, fans from New Zealand and some of the Asian countries close by, and of course our great Australian fans and all our VIP people. It's just been incredible.
Yeah, it's been amazing. It was a great show last night, the Australian Pro Show. It was the last one ever, which is quite amazing because you're moving into that Arnold Classic Australia field where it's going to be the first, it's going to be, I don't know what continent number we are, coming onto the Arnold Classic scene. But I mean, that's massive, mate. You had Bob Lorem out here, and to be doing this with Arnold, it's got to be like a dream come true.
Yeah, it's been a lot of stuff going together to make it work, and Arnold's team could see the potential of doing one in each continent. They've done obviously Columbus for 26 years, and they went to Spain, then Brazil, and Arnold sees next one he wanted to do is Australia, and I'm fortunate enough that the team chose me and my team to work with, and it's a really good model for them because they did a similar thing in Brazil where they took over an existing expo and they doubled it in the first year, and this year they've tripled last year's one. So they're going to, in Brazil this year, they're going to have 60,000 square metres. We're sitting at just over 10, so you just imagine that's crazy.
That's absolutely incredible. So one of the big things with the Arnold is adding different sporting events. And we've got some, we've got CrossFit here, we've got strongman, we've got bodybuilding, we've got other stuff as well. But you're going to be adding a lot of sports, aren't you?
Yeah. We've got 12 sports here this weekend with FitX. But what I want to do with our first year of the Arnold, I want to have between 26 and 30 different sports. We're talking about triathlons, talking about golf, swimming, cycling, a whole lot of stuff which will be off-site, and we'll have different venues for all over the city. We just want to take over the whole city. Melbourne's the sporting capital of the world, and I think there's no city more suited to a multi-sports festival than Melbourne. It's loud. And Bob Lorem, Arnold's partner, he couldn't believe Melbourne's facility, so he's really excited by it. And it's good having a team like that behind me because I've been a one-man gang for so long. All of a sudden I feel like we're part of a big team.
So it's Sunday here, it's Sunday afternoon, it's starting to wind down a bit. What's been your favourite part of the weekend? Do you have a favourite part? Is it the announcing of a pro show? Is it anything like that? What's your most memorable part of this weekend? Is your wife competing, Amanda Doherty?
Yeah, that was a big highlight seeing Amanda, take on the best in the world and place really, really well.
She placed fourth, which is amazing.
Yeah, and she beat some good names and fully deserved it. I'm just really happy for all that she's achieved this year. Coming back in top 10 in the Arnold last week was just incredible because there's 9 girls from the Olympia there, so just the way everything fits, I don't think she could have done any better. So really happy for Amanda. But the highlight of the absolute highlight of the weekend for me is always the opening of the pro show. I just love it. It's my happy place. When those fireworks go off, I just feel like there's a weight being lifted, and I'm just in a real zone. And I was absolutely exhausted. I'd been on the microphone all Friday, and then for I think at that stage about 10 hours on Saturday, we ran from one venue to the other. And I don't know, you just think I'm not going to be able to do this. I'm exhausted. And then, it's just something happens when those fireworks go off and the music starts, and I just know that I can't do anything else then but have fun. So there's no stress. It's like I'm just in this zone, and I love it. I love doing the pro show always. The other highlight would have been just seeing the success of the amateur divisions and giving out 6 pro cards and just seeing these dreams come true for these Aussies who can now go and take on the world. Amy Wright, born to be a physique pro, and now she's got the opportunity to do it. Amy Fox, Gary Wright, Amy Fox, born to do it. Gary Wright, we've finally got an Australian 212 pro. The men's physique winner, obviously Big Josh in the men's, and then to be the highest placed Australian in his pro debut. Stuff like that, amazing. But it's probably one of the things I love the most, and one of the big highlights is just what we've got. The camaraderie backstage, as you would have seen, winning your event.
It was excellent.
Congratulations too.
Thank you, Tony. It was a great event to be a part of, and like you said, the camaraderie backstage, and we felt like we were treated like any other athlete. We weren't treated as a sideshow or anything like that. And it's a real credit to how you run your shows, and it was just a great show to be a part of, and it's a real credit to you, and it's a credit to your team backstage as well, because you got some great helpers, and people tanning you up backstage. It's like you're like a pro. You know what I mean? I just got my tan out, and they just did it all for me. So,
well, that's always been the formula. It's just treat people with respect, and I've always been taught to treat people how you'd like to be treated yourself. And I think We do that with our gyms, we do that with expos, competitions and everything, and it doesn't take much really just to stop and put yourself in that person's shoes. People are nervous and they've got a lot to worry about, and they're sometimes they've spent all their money on their prep and they can't afford to get tanners. It's just big picture stuff, it just makes for good fun. But we absolutely love what we do, and hopefully that shows. And seeing all the fans, all the happy people, it's a real buzz. When I left here yesterday to run basically from this stage to the pro show, I couldn't get out of the expo. I was changing my shirt in the elevator and just crazy stuff like that. We couldn't get out of the expo. It was shut down. There was a line the whole length of the convention centre past the casino, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And even today, you said it's quieting down. It's not. It's getting busier out there. The queue now is the whole length of the exhibition centre again, and man, it's just overwhelming.
I mean, it's quieting down for you, maybe, like in terms of stress levels. But I mean, yeah, definitely not quieting down as an expo. So, Tony, I want to thank you for taking time out to talk to us. I know you're getting stopped every 10 seconds when you walk out through that expo, but people wanted to have photos with you, wanted to talk to you, wanted to, congratulate you and things like that. So, thanks for taking the time out. Tony Doherty and Xavier Wills from FitX 2014, and next year will be an Australian Arnold. Xavier Wills, Tony Doherty, RX Muscle Australia.
Thank you.